Hello, everyone. Welcome to Heartlines. This is our space where we discuss all things relationship, friendship, marriage, family, parenting, everything in between, right? Just general life issues. I'm your host for tonight, Usayo Mesale, and of course, I'm not doing this alone. I have with me Shay Ilisomi. He's right here with me in studio, looking dapper. How are you, Shay?
Good evening, everyone.
Our
Good
fashion,
evening,
our
Uwa.
fashion, our fashionista.
You don't call.
By the way, my son loved his shirt.
Oh, okay.
It sat well on his.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
good.
he was telling me the meaning of that. I say it's okay.
I knew you would like it.
So thank you so much. He says thank you. And Chente has joined us via Zoom. Hi, Chente.
Hi. It's always good to be here.
Chente, what's
Good
with
evening.
this your black and white? You
Everybody's wearing black today.
no, everybody's wearing black. That's a given. But what's with his black and white setting?
For some reason, I think it's something that has to do with my camera or something
Oh,
like that.
really? I even thought it was you doing it intentionally. Oh,
No, no,
I was
no, it
saying that it
wasn't.
is good. It just reminds us of all those Harry
Ancient
Lloyd's.
days.
But Chente, how are you? How did your yesterday go?
Well, I'm still a little bit under the weather for some reason. Like the weather is
Is the
quite,
weather? Everybody's under this weather.
So
cold and
let me put a
yeah.
disclaimer in case you see me blowing my nose, coughing. I've been
Do
under the
you
weather
get?
and doing the show all through this week. So when I manage me like that, I've been coughing. I've been having sore throats. Then now the running nose has joined the
Oh
WhatsApp
my
group.
God, so sorry.
But hey, the show must go on. That's what they say. Okay, so this topic today, somebody wrote spirit, another one wrote soul. What do you want make we discuss? As soul,
Spirit and
spirit and
soul.
soul leaving the body. But you see, sometimes when things happen, I think it just gives us room for deep reflection. And one of those things, the events that would happen in a human life would be death, right? Death is not, how do I explain it? It's inevitable.
Yep.
That death is something that would happen to every one of us.
Mm-hmm.
God giving us, time to at least live here on earth and all of that. So death is not something that is a God forbid situation.
Yeah.
It will happen,
Happen.
and it will happen to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And when death happens, there are some realities that comes with it. And again, I think a lot of people are just afraid to talk about death. Like as if it's a big, that's how the way you were birthed into this world.
It's the same
It's
way.
the same way you would exit this
Where you
world.
didn't have control.
Where you didn't have control.
How you came into the
How you
world.
came into this world, you still not have control how you
When
exit
is
the
it?
world.
Yeah.
So it's important that sometimes we just kind of take a step back, and in my head when I was discussing with the producer on this topic, it is, if you had the opportunity to live out of body experience, like you see yourself maybe your ripe old age, right there in your by your gravesite and all of that, what would what would be fulfillment for you? What would be, oh yes, this is what has happened? What would be running through your mind? Would it be a thing of, okay, my God, I didn't do all the things I needed to do? Or would it be a thing of, I lived a good life, I ran my race, and all of that? Because there are some realities that come, when people exit this world, and that we don't just want to talk about. And I think that was what informed the conversation for today. Before I continue, I just want to say that please, if you want to be a part of the conversation, join us via our YouTube link. It's at Official Upgrade TV. You can also call us 07025007749 or 07014242420. You can send us a message on our YouTube links, or send us WhatsApp or SMS on 081-803-84663. So please be a part of the conversation and share this link to whoever you think needs to hear this. All right, so Shay,
Before we get serious, I have an observation.
what's that?
You look very beautiful in your glasses. It's just that observation.
My producer sent me a message. You're giving us baby girl vibes. It's
You
okay.
look so beautiful.
Thank you so
what's
much.
going on here?
Gente, Is that your
Yeah.
own? Is that your own observation too?
I mean, it's the
is
sneakers for me. You know, it
is
actually
giving? No,
feels
I'm a
like
sneaker
so
girl any
warm.
day, anytime.
I like that. I
I'm a
like
sneaker
it.
girl. Oh. All right, so okay, let's get into the serious conversation now.
Okay.
Thank you for the compliments. All right, so let me start with Chente. Chente,
Okay.
when you hear the word death, right? What comes to your mind?
So, because of I've taken out time to actually study death, and in that sense, I actually function as a grief therapist, right? So I help people that are actually grieving the loss of loved one, and possibly even the loss of a thing, because grief doesn't also have to do with like passing of a loved one, sure. But yeah. I think it's a normal it's a normal phenomenon that would happen. And I think that people should learn to accept it, right? People should learn to embrace it. And what I mean by that is that people should learn to understand that death is not a punishment. I think people see it sometimes as a punishment. Oh my God, but it's a normal phenomenon that may happen or that will eventually happen. Now, what we cannot control is the time that it may
When it
happen,
will happen,
right?
yeah.
And I think most people's pain is that, oh my God, like this person like went too soon. Maybe, maybe not at the like ripe old age that people are thinking that they will go, but they went maybe in their young and vibrant age. And so I think that that is what people are actually really pained about, right? But regardless of the time of the circumstances, death is very, very normal. It's a normal phenomenon that would eventually happen to everyone. So
Mm.
yeah.
Shay, how about you? What's your when you hear the word death? What comes to your mind?
Um, I just started learning to be at peace that death will eventually come at some point. And in recent time, I've been introspecting about it and just like, um, I don't know, I think it's maybe getting to old age or whatever. Because I think at some time, like, prior to this time, you didn't even used to think about death.
Mm.
Like when you were much younger, when you were in school, like you just live life and just, you know. And I think that's also a gift for
Mhm.
when you're in your youthful years, you have absolutely no
No care in
thoughts,
the world.
no care, no thoughts about death, no thoughts about life. There's this illusion that you probably live forever when you're young, but as you start to grow older, then the concept, when you begin to see people die, then you begin to have like a rethink, you begin to evaluate, you begin to think about, you know, the things that you're doing, what you've not done. But it's also a gift that God has given us where, we live, most times, human beings live life without thinking about it.
Mm.
You never think about the fact that you're going to die. Even in old age, some people don't think that, till it comes. Only very few people have that opportunity where they know or they feel when the time is close by. But for me, the way I've been approaching, you know, accepting it in recent times, apart from the fact that, you want to get right with God and you want to, you know, in a way settle where you will be eventually at the end of the day, the way I'm holding on to it right now is living every single day with the intent that if the time comes now, I want to go out with a smile. Like,
Absolutely.
I beg, I don't
You
try.
try. Hmm.
You know, like I'm not going to wait till old age and be like, okay, Mr. So and so, you listen to me. Had 8 grandkids, had 10 grandkids, and they begin to call
Your accolades.
all those earthly what's it called,
A-
accolades and
achievements.
achievements and all that. I want to live like, if it comes now, I'm
Mm.
like, okay,
I'm good.
I'm good. I try.
Mm.
uh, at least the earth will not say, I didn't pass through it.
Yeah.
You know.
And this thing you just said, right? Does it mean that and let me come back to you, Chente, right? When we live our life with this consciousness of the reality that death will eventually happen, do you think we would live life differently? Would live life purposefully? Would we live life in a sense, with a sense of, purpose, sense of vision, sense of doing things, with that consciousness? Because you see, sometimes I see a lot of people, they just live life like say they get all the time in the world. You're not
Yeah.
even, there's no intentionality in how you deal. There's no intentionality in how you love people. There's no
Yeah.
intentionality in how you interact, and even how you pursue your goals. People just
Yeah.
live it anyhow. But when you place this reality and this consciousness at the back of your mind that, anytime, like you rightly said, we don't know when, but it will definitely happen to every one of us. Do you
Yeah.
think we
So
will start to live our lives differently? Would it make any difference?
yes, actually, right. And I'm gonna explain that, using a personal experience, right? And so I happen to have like a near-death experience, which is so I think back in sometime, I think 2018, 2019, I had an accident that almost took my life, and I was in the hospital for about 4, 5, 6 months, right? In the hospital. And it was not just all these hospitals with like private wards, right? It was like all these hospitals that it was a teaching hospital. You know that it's a teaching hospital that they bring like the worst of cases, right? Where other private hospitals are rejected, general hospital have even rejected. They bring them to teaching hospital to come and see whether there's anything that they can do for their case, right? And so, in fact, my experience coming in was that the bed, because you hardly get bed in that type of hospital. Everywhere is filled up, everywhere is, do you understand? Like everybody is there. And so it had to take somebody dying for me to even take that bed, to be honest. Like it was like this. And if I had waited for them to like clean it up, I was literally there. They had to remove that person, and immediately they had to put my things there just so that I get a bed space. When I went there that night, the person at my right died. The next day, the person at my left died. I was there for 6 months, so I saw everything. And to be honest, right, that is actually what changed me. That is also what changed my career path, right? That is when I went into the mental health field. That experience is what shaped my life. That experience is what made me go easy on life. That experience is what even built more compassion and more kindness, knowing that, you see, this life, it's like this. I saw things, I saw people. In fact, it was because of that that I actually said my journey into mental health was to learn more about grief. Because when I came out with like, I saw things. I saw life as very, very fickle. I saw people grieve people. In fact, one of the most funniest experience, which was very, very touching, was the fact that there was a man that was dying. His family were all around him. They saw that the man was losing his life, and what they were shouting was, "Daddy, please, what's your ATM pin? We don't have money to check your body out of here. What is your ATM pin?" I saw that. I saw different experiences for 6 good months. 6 good months. I saw everything. And when I came out of that experience, right, that was what changed the trajectory of my life. That was what changed my vision. I said, I want to help people understand this grief thing better, because I saw people grieve. I saw people lose themselves in their grief. I saw a lot of things happen. I saw how beautiful life could be. That was when I started appreciating life more, knowing that any single thing that I do, if you even know, in the way that I speak with people, in the way that I talk, there is just kindness and compassion coming up, because I know that the legacy I want to leave is not to have all of the money, is not to have, is I want to be kind, I want to be compassionate.
Mm.
That is me. So that consciousness changes people in ways that you can ever imagine.
Hmm.
There's nobody that truly understands the idea of death that would live their life recklessly, that would not be kind, that would not be compassionate. You would treat people with more grace
Hmm.
because you know that this life is nothing. You would love more intentionally. You
Hmm.
would appreciate people more. You learn to give people their flowers when they are alive. I'm going to tell you that I love you. I'm going to tell you from the bottom because I don't know. So something can happen tomorrow and then you go and all of the things that I want to, and it hurts more. Believe me, in this grief game, right? It hurts more when you know that you had a lot of things to say, but you never said it. And so I'm learning to give people their flowers. I'm learning to live life, with a pinch of salt. I'm learning to give more grace and more compassion. That experience changed me. And I'm going to say this lastly, before I hand it over to you. There's nobody that will understand this that would not live life with another level of awareness. Yeah, so
Absolutely. And thank you so much, Shanti, for sharing this. I mean, just hearing you speak, right? It's actually also, changing the paradigm for me. Now I see why you're so playful. You're always
yeah.
excited. You're always laughing. It just changes the paradigm for me to understand you better. But thank you so much for sharing it. I can imagine 6 months, 6 months of seeing that in and out, in and out. There is no how you are the same Chente that went into that
Yeah,
place.
yeah.
You can never remain the same, and that's the reality, right? Because if we were given an opportunity, right, to see the end of our lives and then probably walk backwards, right, I don't think a lot of us would do the things that we're doing today.
Very
Something
true.
happened. God rest his soul. Our late former president. Somebody sent me a post this evening, and it was an empty grave site
Hmm.
after everybody had gone. There was the person. The caption was no AC, no this, no that, no this. Just you
No,
quiet, lonely
in the ground.
in the ground. That if this does not tell you things that in the end, all these things that we pursue, all these things that we fight for and all of that, they are
They don't
great.
matter.
They are great, but in the end, it doesn't really matter. What
Yeah.
matters are the things that you are going to be remembered for,
Mm-hmm.
the memories that you have built with people, the love that you have shared, the compassion, like Chente was talking about, that you have given,
Mm-hmm.
and all of those things. Those are the things that would matter. Those are the things that people would hold on to say,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh my God, I miss this person. This person was a good person." So I mean, knowing that these are the realities that comes with death, right? Because you see all of these things, the condolences and all of that, once all the ceremony is gone,
That's
you
it.
are, so I'm even talking about the people that are left behind. You are alone, right? Knowing all of this, right? How do you think how do you think well, we've really answered it in terms of how we should approach life. you know I think the real question I want to ask is, why do we still have people fussing over things, that I would consider irrelevant? Why do we still have all of those things? Is it because it's just a human nature?
So I think, I mean, I'm not a expert on this subject, but what I think is the fact that is also part of the variety of life. If everybody had, if everybody is sober about life, and we are going on like we are just here to pass time and go to the grave, then life itself will
Will
not be
not be
fun.
fun.
It is the different spices, it is the illusion of the fact that you think you're going to be here forever. That's what makes life fun. If we carry the consciousness of going to the grave, if everybody's carrying that consciousness that, oh, we're going to the grave, I just want to make an
The life will
impact,
just be
it will be
boring.
too serious. It will be too
I
serious.
get you.
We will be, everybody will be serious. Everybody will be driven by goals, dreams, and all that. And we will not enjoy the moment. You know? So that illusion has to be there for the fun of life to be there. Because if we become too focused on death, then we'll
We'll
miss out
stop
on
living.
life. If everybody is thinking, how would they know me for? What will I do? My legacy, my legacy, my legacy. Which is usually why the older people are more serious than the younger people. Because at that time, they are thinking death. They are not focusing on life. They're thinking death. They're thinking legacy. They're thinking, what do I give to my kids? They're thinking, this particular kid is not living right. I need to set him straight before I go. Yeah. At that time, life is becoming too serious. You know, the real joy of life, they become too serious in trying to prepare for death than living. You know, the way I'm approaching life right now is just like Jinty said, I do everything to the limit. And that is not living recklessly, but just basically living like it's my last. If I get home, I want to play like, what if I don't wake up tomorrow? Do you understand? Like, I want to be present in the house in such a way that, what if I don't wake up tomorrow? Like, what memories will my kids have? What memories my family have? The way I love is such that if we don't see tomorrow, you know, I want you to have that impression that
And feel that
Sheyi
she loved me.
Yeah, Sheyi was here. Sheyi, you know, was this kind of person. That's the way I'm living life now. And it can borderline be reckless in some situations. Let's be honest, you know. It can borderline be reckless.
That's why Chente is going for spa. What do you call himself again? Chente
See,
say they go.
I don't joke with baby boy treatment. I don't joke with it though.
Now I'm beginning to understand Chente. That's why Chente is going. What do you call himself? Saying a self-care.
Yeah? Like, I don't joke with it because see, I have only one life to live, to be honest, right? And in that, I make sure that at every single time, I am also taking care of myself. To be honest, I don't think people understand that, right? And I'm intentional about myself, as you know, as much as I'm intentional about people, because I think that is what we do most of the times. We focus on people. We are giving, we are doing too much. You know, it's been from one phase to another. You get married, you're focusing on your wife and children, which is beautiful, right? But sometimes we deny ourselves of all of the love. We can't assure tomorrow. I want to, as I'm taking care of people in the now, I also want to see myself. I also want to see myself. So it shows up in the way I respect people, right? It shows up in the way I speak to people. It shows up in the way I show up for myself. All of these things are important, to be honest.
Yeah, you were going to add something?
Yeah. And, you know, like the continuation of it, like it can borderline be reckless. Because if I have money for something now, well, I'm not denying myself shit. I'm sorry to say that on here. But if I have the money for something now that will give me satisfaction, that I will be happy about, not in a reckless way, but I'm going for it. Best believe I'm going for it, because what guarantees the fact that you wake up tomorrow? Nobody.
Because you know, this thing you're saying, I know some people that would go buy new clothes, new maybe sets of what's it called, lingeries, new sets of dining wares and all of that, and until you remove this thing from carton and begin to use it, you know, they're always waiting for the right moment. So when I noticed that, low key, I had that, because my mom is that kind of person that if she buys something, she will leave it for a long time before she will know, there's a special guest coming. She'll go and bring it out and all of that. So when I noticed that, I think I stole a bit of that from her. I started, it's so bad now. on Saturday, they were doing a send forth party for my older sister at work. You know, they invited me. Because I had a very long day. You know what I did? I just went straight into the NAC store. As I picked the dress, now there I changed from their changing room straight to the party. Because now it's no longer I'm saving that special dress. Because a lot of people do it. They're saving for the right occasion. You understand? And you forget, like what Chente was talking, you forget to leave. You forget to show yourself love. If the partner is not coming, why don't you take yourself, go and have ice cream by yourself, or go and watch a movie by yourself? Go, just do something.
Do you know the weird thing? I take myself to the movies as a guy, and I'm
Me.
as straight as a freaking out.
I know they take myself to movie. I they take myself to go buy popcorn, come back. Because me, I love cinema popcorn. So even if I don't watch the movie, sometimes I'll just drive straight to the cinema, buy my big giant popcorn, and I'm driving and I'm going.
I take myself
You know?
to the movies. No,
but those are the things that in the end, right? They are the little things that just gives you some level of joy and satisfaction. Because you see, once that light is turned off and that switch goes off, that is the end.
That is it.
So you now see a lot of people that they've saved a lot of money. You know, which kind of wicked man is this one?
What are you talking about?
You understand?
Do you know how many people, dead people, the banks are profiting off?
Oh, are you telling me?
Do you know how many dead people the banks are profiting off? Like, you keep money for your next of kin to even get it. That's if next of kin knows that
it even exists.
There's money. You know? So, see, life is such that the realization I've come to in recent times is we are not going anywhere. You understand? Nobody is going anywhere. So if you're not going anywhere, rock the life, you know, within the confines of responsibility, within the confines of being responsible not just to yourself, to other people.
Absolutely.
You know, because ultimately we're all interconnected, and your act of responsibility, of irresponsibility, not only affects you, it affects everybody.
All right, so on that note, let's go on a short break. When we come back, we'll continue this very, very interesting conversation. Stay with us.
Stay tuned. Heartlines will be right back.
This season on Heartlines, we're committed to making a difference in people's lives. So Heartlines, in partnership with Reda Consult, is offering 12 free slots of counseling every quarter for people in need of professional counseling. Additionally, we're taking on 2 pro bono cases for individuals navigating a challenging divorce. To participate, please send an email to counsel@vedaconsult.com with your story. Our team will carefully review all submissions and will contact all the shortlisted candidates. Heartlines is live Mondays to Fridays at 10 p.m. So engage with us.
Tell us you're a Nigerian without saying a word. Energy security is one of the most pressing issues for many developing countries like Nigeria. And if there's going to be any meaningful progress, addressing our energy issues is non-negotiable.
I know see light from my house. Make them do something.
Band A is expensive. I literally have to turn off all my appliances just to reduce costs.
We need light.
Introducing the Energy Outlook, your go-to show for everything energy. Every week, we'll bring you the latest insights, innovation, and in-depth analysis of Nigeria's energy sector. From policy discussions to regulatory insights, we'll analyze the key decisions influencing growth and sustainability in the energy sector. We'll bring you the human stories behind the headlines, giving you a personal perspective on the broader energy challenges. Join me every Friday at 6 p.m. for the Energy Outlook, your guide to the future of energy, where energy means business.
Thanks for staying with us on Heartlines.
All right, thanks for staying tuned. Now, if you just joined the conversation, we are discussing the realities of death. And I have Sheyi Ilesomi with me and Chente Okoli joining us via Zoom. This has just been an interesting conversation. I'm seeing a new side of Chente, and I'm loving it that I did not know. Because I think, again, it's an opportunity for us to just reflect on some topics that people just generally want to avoid, talking about. Please, if you want to be a part of the conversation, leave us a message on our YouTube link. It's at Official Upgrade TV. You can also send us SMS or WhatsApp to 081-803-84663. You can call our phone lines 07025007749 or 07014242420. Those are the numbers to call. I believe Sergio sent us a message. Sergio, please, can you interpret this your legal terminologies? Because I don't understand what
There's
the meaning.
legal terminology for that.
Yes, now this one it says memento mori. Carpe diem. What does that mean, Sergio? Please, we need interpretation. Thank you so much, Ire Chuku. Will, it says life is too short to spend it trying to make others happy. Live your life like there is no tomorrow. He said the same guy came back to say that 1 year ago, that's last year, my very rich uncle died after sending his children abroad, and I'm very sure he didn't. It's supposed to be leave. He just was alive long enough to settle his family. You understand? Like, he didn't leave because he was just paying bills, trying to settle his family. She's always telling me, "Oh, you work too hard. Say, calm down, calm down." We need to, not school fees time and and building time. But bless you, one day steal you and Chente now. May they do self-love.
Everybody go day.
Sergio, please send interpretation of this your memento mori carpe diem. I don't know what what it means, but let me say that time is finite. It's important that we use it wisely. We don't have forever. Love is worth giving. Even if it ends, love is worth giving. I love what you said, that if anything happens tomorrow, they will know that Sheyi was here and Sheyi loved me. You cannot control everything. So sometimes you need to let some things go. And life is precious. So it's important that we live it. We don't just exist. Just like what this man said. So the uncle was existing. He was just here paying bills. And this is where the culture of holiday, for the longest of time, Sheyi, hey!
Ua.
The longest
what
of time.
What did I tell you about your birthday?
Yeah, you said so. You said so. Don't worry. I'm okay. Because of this now, I'm going to find something to do on my birthday. Let's go. Let's travel to one island. See, for the longest of time, I didn't understand the concept of holiday. Even when we went on holiday, now to just go to the shop, they do this, they do that. It was our children. They were much younger then. Can we just stop going to all these malls? So they forced us. We went to the zoo, went to different places, and that was the best experience ever. So since then, right, every time I travel, I take out my time to rest. I take out my time to sleep. I take out my time to just connect, explore, go to different restaurants and all of that. We didn't. You see, hey, poverty now. Poverty no good. You see, this poverty mindset,
it robs you of life.
It robs you of so many things.
Of life.
Do you know that holiday doesn't even need for you to travel outside of the country? Just go to IITA in Ibadan here. Enter the train. The experience. Go to the Olumo Rock. Go to all of these places. Just be intentional and be conscious about saying, you know what? I want to go and see Ikogosi waterfalls. Let me go and experience the water there. I just want to go. Do you understand? So these are things that we never are conscious about. So now,
you know what?
Hey. Yes, change. You go ahead, though.
You know what self-care actually does for you, right?
Yeah.
And people don't understand that. What self-care tells you is, I am worthy. That is what self-care is telling you. That I am worthy of love, and I'm worthy to take care of myself. I'm worthy to be seen. I'm worthy to even exist. Because I think that when you were even born, it has always been about others. You grow up, you are pleasing everybody, you are doing it. And the way the phases of our life go, it's always about giving, showing up, doing this. That sometimes we forget about ourselves. But what self-care is truly telling you is that I am also deserving of the love that I give other people. I am worthy. I'm a human being. I have needs too. I want to be seen. I want to be heard. I want to be loved. People do not understand that. And again, as you said, it doesn't have to be the big things. And I think that people feel like, it's when you have money, when you travel to Dubai, when you do this. But it's actually in the small things that people do not understand. It's in the moment, how it makes you feel. It makes you feel alive again. It makes you feel like, I want to live again. The truth is that, I'm going to say this right. Self-care made me want to live again. And why do I say this? Because it's those small things that matters. Is I gave my tailor 20K or 30K to sew this cloth for me. Is that idea of, if I wear this cloth like this and I enter church, hey, they could just, they say, Chete, oh.
This Chete to love himself.
See, do you understand? You are thinking about it. You are like, oh my God, like there's a way I'll just pat this my hair, do my eyebrow like this, do my skincare. My skin will be doing like glass. That feeling, and people will be like, Chente. That is it. It is what makes you feel alive again. Self-care is truly it, and people do not understand that. That is why a lot of people are actually depressed. That's why a lot of people are struggling. It's because they've not learned to actually see themselves and take care of themselves.
Very interesting conversation, Sheyi. So, what are you going to do differently? Right now, let's say you're already doing it.
No. I'm doing it. In the last 6 months, I've lost 3 people under the ages of 40.
Wow.
That relatively were close to me. These were not people like I just see and all that. And, and these are people that you thought in your mind we will grow old together, we grew up together, we will grow old together, we would achieve some things together. And life just happens and they're gone. So I think every year when you want to start feeling like you live forever, there's always a calibration to let you know that, what, nobody gets out of this alive. Is there anything that you've not done? Go for it. Go for it. Now I'm heavily invested in experiences. That's my thing. I'll pay top dollar for experience. And that is not to say that if you cannot afford the experience, like Chinti said, there are experiences in the little things. There are experiences that you would, if not for the insecurity in Nigeria now, I'm somebody that likes to road trips.
Road trip. You're like me.
I've had a dream of having like a RV and go on a road trip with my family, with my kids. Unfortunately, the situation where we are right now, we're not able to do that. But I can easily find a way to, travel out and do that. I'm heavily invested in holidays now, which is time with my family, my wife, personal time too, with my friends. I told you there's something I want to do for next year.
Your bros.
Yeah, we're like
bro trip.
We are going out. We are going somewhere. We are going to,
Like Sergio said he was going to, where he said they go get monastery. I mean, where he say he won't go.
I know they go think about, I know they go sit down for anywhere, they think about life. They go get the life, have like advice, something that if we are all praying to God to get to the good old age, but even if we don't,
we would have lived a
good life. We would have had a lifetime of experiences that some people did not have. That even if tomorrow, next tomorrow, you're on your deathbed, you'd be like, call one of your guy, you remember that thing, you stupid sha. Just having the full experience of life, spirituality, connection with God, connection with the earth, connection with people, connection with life, just experience it.
I was saying that there's something I want to experience, food. across different culture. You know, they've talked about this Bolian fish in Port Harcourt. So much. Chey, I want to experience that. Maybe I will start my experience, exploring Nigeria.
Yeah. You know
I want to experience that.
You have 500K
You understand?
sitting somewhere.
You just,
just
buy flights.
Buy flights. Go to Port Harcourt.
Buy the Bolian fish.
Say, as you land, Oga,
Carry
that's like
me
5 people.
The best Bolian fish spot.
Chop am. Go hotel. Relax. Pray to God. Thank God. Say,
enter
God,
flight, come back.
Port Harcourt. I chop this Bolian fish. Tomorrow I'm back to Lagos. The hustle continues again. That is, that's the experience of life I'm investing in. I'm not going to.
Chente, are you with me on the Bolian fish? Because we will go meet Precious there.
I mean, Bola is not my, I wouldn't say.
Don't worry. They say you have not tasted Port Harcourt. Don't talk yet. Don't say it's not your thing.
Bola is not my thing. But see, if there's ice cream there, you can take me and do whatever you want to do with me. You see ice cream, and if there is a spa or somebody that can give me facial wash, I'm okay.
Okay, so Irechuku Will says, I have a tattoo that says Memento Mori. It means remember death. Oh, okay, that's the meaning. Yeah, so when you're always conscious of that fact that, the reality is that death would always happen, I think it makes you live a more fulfilling life, a better life. I don't think it should be something that should scare you.
I think you should embrace it.
Or yes, it shouldn't scare you, and it shouldn't make you just exist. It should even make you think of living life to the fullest. You understand?
To the fullest.
It makes you think of living life to the fullest. As I said now, a lot of things have changed about me. Like when I'm on the call with my children, I intentionally tell them, I love you at the end of the call. Sometimes they hear. I say, you didn't hear what I said. Oh, sorry, mommy. I say, when I say I love, what do you say back? Because you never can tell. I remember one story that was shared many years ago, and how this man, was so upset and everything, ended the call harshly. He never knew that was the last time
he will speak to them.
Like I think Chente mentioned it. It is most painful when you are not able to express your true feelings. And I believe maybe that is why the concept of don't go to bed angry came from the Bible.
Yeah.
Right? Meaning that
don't let the sun
set on your anger. Do you understand?
Which
Which means that for every time there's a misunderstanding, right? Deal with it immediately because you are not sure of time.
You don't have control.
You don't have control over that time. I believe that is where that principle came out from. Yeah, Chente, you want to come in?
Right? Yeah, to be honest, when I actually think of that, what I just think about is what I will be remembered for. And why I say that is that, like with the current happenings, right, of Buhari passing away, I saw a lot of things on social media. Oh my God. To the point where I even saw somebody narrating something that, when they announced the public holiday, that there was this workplace that actually said that, no, they're not going to take the holiday because, he was in that way. And I was like, what do I truly, truly want to be remembered when I die? What do I want people to say about me when I die? I don't want, again, I also
you know what, Chente, you know what I would say on a lighter note? Sorry, I would say baby boy for life.
You have it there. You have it there. Truly. Like, what do I truly want people to say about me when I die? Once you answer this question, I think you will start living your life intentionally and with more grace, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah. So there are people that are watching probably thinking, is it too late for me to start to is there ever going to be a time where you say it's too late for you to start to live and not exist anymore? What would you say to that person? How do you think the person should start, Shay?
Start at every stage you find yourself. Start if you're in secondary school. Live like you're going to get old, but also live like you're probably
So
not
me, I'm even talking about the people that are already old. that they have just been existing all these years.
They should live
And
life.
they
They're
just
already old. The grave is very close. Did you get what I'm saying? They're already old. The grave is very close. So what are you?
What else?
What else? What could possibly go wrong?
You know,
Go ahead,
so
Chente.
okay, so I had a medical outreach, right, with elderly people, all of these hospitals that just want to give back to the community, and then they brought elderly people to come and do like some testings, and then they invited me to do some form of mental health talk, and these people were elderly people of like 60, 70, 80s, and I was crying after that because what I truly heard, right, when I was counseling these people and just speaking with them, I was talking about self-care and the importance of taking care of yourself. You see a lot of them, high blood pressure at this age. What are you thinking about? And I asked one lady something. I asked her because her BP was high. They just said I should talk to her so that she's going to calm down. Do you understand? And I just asked her something. I said, when was the last time you did something that made you feel alive again? And she said she can't remember. But as long as she can remember, it has always been, she has been worrying about her children. I asked, how old is your last child? She said, he's 40 something.
Wow.
And you are still worrying about him at this age, right? And in the course of my conversations with them, right, I'll ask them, what do you do that makes you feel alive? I don't know. I just stay at home. These people have literally, like, you spent all your life, taking care of adults. They've grown. These people you are still thinking about them. And I'm not saying that you should not think about them. I'm like, how about you? Some of them have lost the idea. And so we now started, like, it was work that day. What do you used to do when you were young that made you feel alive? Some of them will say, I like dancing. We play music for them. They were dancing. The joy that came back, that idea of doing what makes you feel happy, right? I think a lot of people have lost that. And, I was going to use this and answer your question where you asked, at what age is too late? There is no age that is too late. 60, 70, 80, you can still find yourself again. And that is what I preach, right? Self-discovery. It's important. You find yourself again. You find what makes you happy. At every point in your life where you feel like you don't know what is happening, you start from the beginning. You start thinking. If it means that you have to go back and look, when I was younger, what used to make me happy? Or if it means that in the now, you redefine it again. You figure out what happiness means to you. But there is no age. Never stop. Because if you stop, I think that is where the issue is. Never stop redefining yourself. Never stop reflecting. Never stop taking care of yourself. To be
Thank
honest.
you. Thank you. I mean, that's such a beautiful way, to wrap up the conversation. I was just going to say that I think I'm very grateful for my parents, my mom and my dad. I remember growing up every Saturday morning, my mom used to blast all those her music. She used to mix combination of Edo and Yoruba music in the house. We would dance. My dad loves to dance, and he would dance with us. I mean, those are our fondest memories. Till date, I see the way they are so into each other. They love each other. They play with each other. They will yab each other and all of that. It is all those little things, that keeps one's spirit and soul alive. Once those things disappear, it's almost difficult for you to get it back. And I think that has been what has helped me too as a person. Sometimes I'm under immense pressure, but I'm able to manage that pressure because, again, my parents did a good job. Not, I might be under a lot of pressure, but it might show physically, but in my mind is clear. I'm not having issues around BP thinking and all of those things. Because sometimes when I hear that people are having blood pressure, I'm wondering, what are you thinking about, And I think my parents just really helped, that ability for us to just love each other, have fun with each other, just play, I think it had really helped, and I'm really going to go back to that, and intentionally start to, maybe I've lost it a bit, to intentionally bring it back to my life. Let me live.
Leave, baby.
Oh my God.
Leave.
Sheyi is bad influence. In case I don't pay you people's salary next month, it is Sheyi that cost it to this month. Because I'm going to use that money
To leave.
and leave.
Leave.
But Chente, thank you so much. Thank you, Irechuku. I mean, you are just the MVP for the show today. You've just been sending us messages back to back.
Indeed.
He says, God
Awesome.
bless you with that good experience. Thank you so much, Irechuku, for your comments. But yes, thank you so much, guys. I think this was a great conversation.
Yeah. I like deep talks.
Yeah. And at first, I think when we saw the topic, were we scared? Not really.
I wasn't.
It was my favorite topic to talk about. So
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah.
It means I'm doing a good job being your producer for this week.
True.
All right. Thank you so much, Chente. I mean, I really cannot thank you enough. You know, your conversation really helped to bring a lot of depth to the talk tonight. Thank you so much for your contribution tonight. And thank you, Sheyi, the love of my life. Please, if you're going through anything, see, you've heard today, number one lesson for today is leave, right? Leave, because truth is death is inevitable. But if you're going through anything and you feel like you need help, you need support, counsel@vedaconsult.com. That's the email. You can share whatever story you want to share with us. There are people likes of Chente, Sheyi, Franca, anybody that will be willing to listen to you and, you know, help you go through, handhold you go through whatever situation it is that you're going through. Thank you so much. We love you guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your evening.